should be at the top of the Hardy Canyon Loop. You've come up from Marsh Creek to an 1,100-foot pass. It's time to enjoy the sweeping views of Round Valley and way, way beyond.
The intersecting ridges, especially this time of day, are just centrally velvety, golden, beautiful. And if that weren't enough, Mount Diablo in the distance is kind of faint, but looming off to the left is Morgan Territory Ridge, this 1,400-foot escarpment of chaparral and dense vegetation, which is quite steep to get up into or down out of. But this landscape is rugged, gorgeous, and just amazing to see.
A view like this gives you a glimmer of what local park advocates have achieved in recent years. They've not only set up dozens of parks and preserves, they've established connections between them. Here's Robert Doyle.
We have the through trail that you can hike from Round Valley to Morgan Territory. In fact, you can hike all the way to Walnut Creek from here if you'd like. That's a trail we worked on with Save Mount Diablo a long time ago to connect all these parks together. In an urban area like we have here, it's very rare to have a linkage of all these parks connected with trails. It's something that one of my mentors, Hulet Hornbeck, who ran the acquisition program since the 60s into the 80s, really championed this marvelous system of not just parks, but trails to connect the people to those parks throughout the entire East Bay system, and it really was his vision.
If you look northwest in the same direction as the trail down into Round Valley, you'll see two more or less parallel ridges on either side of a waterway that flows into Round Valley Creek. Those ridges outline parts of the Cakebread and Foskett ranches that were eyed by the county for a garbage dump not too long ago.
In the late 1980s, Contra Costa's landfills had run out of space, and the County Board of Supervisors entered into what are now known as the dump wars, where different interest groups and corporations were pushing different sites for the next landfill. The list narrowed down to 5 sites, and because they knew that they could condemn the land if necessary, the Board of Supervisors wasn't limiting themselves to willing sellers. They were looking anywhere. The Cakebread family, 5th generation landowners who had been here a long time, they were really opposed to the idea.
The land between the parallel ridges was considered first, and later Round Valley itself. In 2 segments that follow, we explore the interwoven history of Round Valley and the Cakebread family. In the 1980s, family member Brian Cruz helped place an initiative on the county ballot that would have established a Marsh Creek Preservation Area corridor to protect the view you see before you. Garbage companies sued over the initiative's language.
They objected to our calling that Contra Costa's Yosemite Valley. We won.
Now hike down from the pass and into Round Valley. Stop where the path intersects with the Miwok Trail at Stop 5. That's about 1 mile ahead. You should be there in 20 minutes or so.